Talking Empress royalty today. Empress trades as EMPR, Toronto Venture Exchange in Canada, EMPYF and the OTCQX in the States. And I've got the president and CEO, Alexandra Woodyard-Sharon here. Alexandra, appreciate you taking the time. I know I've been looking to get an update from you for a while, so good to finally connect. A lot going on with the company. I know you have your two major royalty streams here. I'll let you run through those in a second. But interesting model here. Certainly one that I think is a little better suited to the environment than maybe an exploration model. So good to finally connect here. Yeah, please, what's front and center with Empress?
Oh, thank you so much. So Empress Royalty, we offer investors a strategic approach to investing in gold and silver. We are a royalty and streaming creation company, which means we help get mines into production or expand upon production capacity. The whole concept from Empress, I'm ex-Endeavor Financial, which is a leading investment banking firm specialized in mining. I was director of structured finance in London, involved in over $1.5 billion of transactions. I teamed up with Endeavor Financial again. David Rhodes, who's the managing director, is one of our founders and our executive chairman. And what we were seeing is the streaming companies, especially the more established ones, were doing investment sizes of $100 million, $200 million, and that no one was providing this source of financing for the mining companies in the junior side. So that's how we set up Empress, was to create these new streaming finance solutions for them, especially for the junior side. And, with that, we had a concept 2 years ago when we took the company public, and we've invested $19.5 million into the portfolio to date. The net asset value is now 47. So we've got some producers in our portfolio bringing consistent revenue into Empress now.
Yeah, I guess the two in question here, Tahuehueto, a silver stream there in Elephant Country, Durango, Mexico. I guess let's start with that, and then we'll get into the Maniquam. But those are the two opportunities there. And then I want to ask you a little more about the business. But yeah, break that one down for us.
So our portfolio, we launched with some exploration assets. That was part of our direct listing to be a qualified investment issuer on the TSX-V. And then we invested in a mine, which we can come back to, which is the one in Peru that was a producer. And then we also invested in Luca's project called Tahuehueto in Durango. This was a situation with some equity, some debt. We invested $5 million. And as a result of that, we've got a silver stream. So we get 100% of their silver, up to 1.25 million ounces. So we're very much tied to gold and silver in our investments, especially in the streaming side. That investment's just starting to bring the silver in for us now. They just hit 500 tons in June. They should be full commercial production, about 1,000 tons by the end of this year. So that revenue's been coming in now, starting to come in, and will increase over the next 6 months as they get to full production.
Yeah. And Mexico, obviously a fantastic place to be. So is there anything to build on there, or is it kind of the deal's been cut and away we go, or give us some upside from there? How does this operate?
Yeah, for us, we did the deal. We invested, again, the $5 million, and asset value is about $50 million or plus on that one. So we're using pretty conservative pricing when we do that. So the upside is as they grow and they develop in production, that's consistent revenue coming into Empress. And that really is our whole business model. We also have, as you mentioned, the one in Mozambique owned by a private group called MMP. They needed, $13 million to build the plant. They had some equity they put in, private equity, and then we provided them with $3 million. So that one, when we invested, was a development stage asset. And over the course of the last year, they've gotten into production, and we're receiving consistent gold revenue from that as a gold royalty. The other one we have is in Peru, and that was a producing mine, a private company. Again, they needed additional capital to expand their production. We provided them with that, and we've had consistent revenue coming in for over a year and a half now. So we really are finding companies and opportunities through our network, through Endeavor, through our board of management, where companies need that additional $2 million, $5 million, $10 million to finish off construction, to get into production, or to expand within production capacity, and then get some great returns. As I said, we've invested $19.5 million into the portfolio. The net asset value is 47, and we're forecasting just on those initial investments about $50 million in revenue over the next 5 years. And that's if we did nothing else. We've got a pipeline of opportunities that we're looking at as well to bring into the portfolio.
Far cry from drilling aimless drill holes in the ground, I guess. So what's in the Empress wheelhouse as far as projects? Like, what are you doing today? If I'm a shareholder looking for opportunity, plenty of them around. I sense a lot less risk here. What you're doing, but I'd be banking on obviously your 20 plus years with your team. How you finding the next one, Alexandra?
So again, we've got a vast network through our contacts and our collective shareholder base. So, through Endeavor Financial and Terra and management and board, we're evaluating 2 new opportunities right now that are in the portfolio, in our pipeline. We've done advanced due diligence. We're now in the documentation phase and going through the final steps of due diligence on them. So kind of taking a step back and what that actually means, I think is kind of important to explain. So we identify an opportunity, we talk with a company, they need some additional financing. We'll do a desktop review using, our geologists and engineers, look to see if the project makes sense, see if we can get to some agreeable terms that make sense for us and for their future growth and what they need. And then we do advanced due diligence, which is when we hire third-party experts to go to site who are know specifically that sort of project, that region, that mineralization, that geology. And if that checks out and obviously meets our ESG standards, then we'll advance to documentation. And that's where we kind of really get into the crux of things. So for us, it's bringing high quality investments, similar to what we've done to date, to be able to expand the portfolio using the cash we have, as well as we're in the process of restructuring our debt right now to give us even more gunpowder to build more deals into the company.
Yeah. So in this environment, there is this better for you to put deals together? Why we're a little desperate out there, I would imagine.
Yeah, I mean, it's tougher for companies right now for sure to raise equity. The equity markets are quite difficult at the moment, so there's an opportunity there. But we kind of benefit when the market's hot. There's companies that are private that maybe want to go public that need to do a bit of expansion work. Other times in the situation in the market right now where they're almost there, they can't raise more equity. They either don't want to do debt or they've maxed out their debt. Then we could come along with the streaming structure and give them the additional financing they need to complete. So there's no shortage of opportunity. It's just finding the right ones that balance our portfolio. And that's kind of one of the advantages of investing in a royalty and streaming company is you are getting that diversified portfolio. And at Empress, we are doing definitely late stage development to producing stage projects. So the revenue starts to come in a lot faster. But we're also global, and that's really leveraging off our experience. Again, Mozambique, Peru, Mexico, but we're able to get fantastic returns. Our portfolio IRR right now is about 30% by using our experience to structure in those countries.
Well, it seems like no shortage of news here. So yeah, I guess let's consolidate a message here. You laid out a bunch of reasons to take a ride with you here. But yeah, if I'm coming to the party right now, give me your best reason to be involved.
If you look at, I think royalty and streaming companies are great to have in the portfolio, especially if you want to be investing in gold and silver. We don't have the capital costs or the operating costs compared to typical mining companies. We're able to keep the G&A very low, as it's a small team required to operate this. Once we set it up, it's just the gold credits or silver credits or gold, the royalty revenue comes into the company. And if you look at Empress, we're quite a young company. We're just establishing our market presence. If you look at what the forecasted revenue is, the price to cash flow ratio in the sector as a whole, it's about 20 times revenue for 2024. We're forecasting $10 million in 2024, and you look where our market cap. So I think we're at a position for a significant re-rate with Empress, especially as some of those development stage assets are now producing assets, and we have 3 sources of revenue coming into Empress.
Okay, certainly a lot to pay attention to. We'll keep our eye on the wire. Again, that's Alexandra Woodyer-Sharon. She is the president and CEO of Empress Royalty, ticker sign EMPR, Toronto Venture Exchange in Canada. EMPYF is the call sign here in the States in the OTCQX. So, Alexandra, really appreciate you taking the time, and I look forward to checking back in when you have some more news to report.
No, thank you so much. I really appreciate your time and everyone for listening. Thank you.